Most traders make a mistake where they fill up their charts with too many indicators, and it always ends up being just a huge confusion. And what I have understood is that you only need one clean tool that you understand and that you can use simply every single day. So basically how to set it up, how to use it to take a trade, and why is it so effective. And also it is completely free, so by the end of this video you are going to see how one little thing can literally make you profitable. And here in front of you, you have all my trades I took in the month of July of 2025, where I made just about $25,000. So if I did it, trust me, you and everybody else can. So all you have to do is watch this video till the end, and trust me, one day you're going to have same profits like this. And the goal of today's video is going to be for you to make profits within 1 hour of market open, and for you to of course become consistently profitable. Because today I'm not gonna only teach you what I trade, I'm gonna make you understand exactly why we are going to trade this and the whole logic why this has to work in the market. So you are not just going to blindly go off few steps, you are actually going to understand why this indicator and this strategy is going to work on the charts. So you can instantly forget about daily bias, thousands of fancy concepts, or sitting around the chart all day long, because we are going to focus only on 3 simple steps. So the step number 1 is going to be to spot the range with the indicator. So you are not going to do anything, you're just going to turn on the indicator and it's going to mark you high and the low of the range. Second one is going to be a liquidity sweep, so basically a sweep of one side of that range. And the third one is going to be a entry model. So it is so simple, and trust me, I'm going to explain you why it has to work on the chart, because it is such a logical way of trading. So no, our chart is not gonna look like this, where it's a bunch of mess and thousands of different indicators, confluences and everything. It is literally going to be 3 simple steps that I just told you. Let's start with the step number 1. So you're going to turn on the indicator in the trading view. So open the trading view, type in up there in the indicator, type in this name, so ICT kill zones plus pivots. Is going to be by this guy right here, trade for op. You're going to click on it. Once it appears on the chart, open the menu for that indicator and make these settings like this. So all you have to do is leave the London session open, because we are going to trade off of the London. So if you want to, let's say, trade New York session, you gotta trade this indicator based on the session that happened previously. So if you want to trade New York, you gotta leave the London open. If you want to trade the London, you leave the Asia on, so only the Asia. And if you want to trade the Asia, you can maybe leave the New York on. So basically all you have to do is make sure that previous session prior to one that you're trading right now is turned on. And I'm first going to show you on the charts how I trade with the London session, then I'm going to show you a little more advanced way of how I trade with the London and Asia session both turned on. So once the step number 1 is done, so basically London high and low are marked out on the chart, we are going to step number 2, which is basically waiting for the sweep of one side like this. After that, of course, step number 3 is going to be entry. It is going to be so simple. I'm also going to explain it quickly. It is going to be on the 1 minute entry. And also I have to say to you guys that this strategy works on everything, like indices, forex, crypto, like actually everything, options. Like this is the logic of the market. So once the one side is swept, we go to the 1 minute time frame. I'm going to show you the entry model. We enter and we target the opposite side, and it's going to look something like this. And trust me, why is this going to work? Because this is, for example, that we are having right now, going to be a London high. This is going to be a London low. And once we sweep the London high, what is basically going to happen within the market that we don't clearly see? A lot of people are going to get stopped out, that have their stop losses literally like this line right here. So a lot of liquidity, or basically orders that were unexecuted orders, are going to be left above and below the range, and market is 80 to 90% of the time going to go sweep one side, then going to go sweep another side. So that is why this model is working so beautifully in the market, because we are just trading the pure logic of the market, which is stopping people out and basically trading like banks, just taking money from all the traders that are putting their stop losses here and here, and of course just going up and down and taking all the stop losses. So that's the way we are going to trade. And let's go over the entry model quickly. It's going to be so simple. It's going to be a fair value gap. A lot of you already know what a fair value gap is. It's just a gap in the market like this. After the sweep of one side of that range, we just find a last fair value gap. We wait for the market to actually close above that fair value gap, and we take the entry right here and just target to upside. Same goes for the downside. Once we sweep the liquidity like this, last fair value gap, we wait for the close below the fair value gap, and we enter the market. It's that simple. Also guys, if you have liked the video till now, like and subscribe would mean a lot to me, because then I know I'm doing something right for the community and for the trading industry. So make sure to subscribe, it supports me and it means a lot. Also guys, at the end of this video, I'm going to be giving out something for completely free as a reward for everybody that makes it till the end. And right now, let's just get to real chart examples. Okay, so this is the picture you are going to see on the chart once you turn the indicator on. So you're going to see basically a London low and London high, and you're just going to see a huge range. So what are we expecting? We are just expecting sweep of one side, then another side. So let's just wait and see which side is gonna get swept first. So we are going to fast forward the market a little bit, and looks like we are going to the downside. Now we can enter the lower time frame, which is 1 minute time frame, and now let's just wait and see is he going to basically sweep. So we are still waiting, and there it is. So there is a sweep of one side of the market. So entry model was the last fair value gap needs to get closed above, and then we are entering the market. So this right here is the last fair value gap. All we are doing right now is waiting for close above, or a new fair value gap can be made. So let's just wait and see what happens. So market dumped to the downside, and let's just see what is going to happen. So right now nothing is happening, and here we made a new fair value gap. So this is a new fair value gap that we just made. So let's just wait and see if we are going to inverse this one. Okay, and looks like we made another one. So we did not inverse this one, but we made a new fair value gap. So we are just waiting for the last fair value gap to get inversed. So let's see if this one is going to inverse. And looks like this one got closed above, so we are going to make our entry right here, put our stop loss below. And what the target is, as we told you, it is going to be a session high, which in this case is going to be a little extreme. Trust me, not always is this going to be our take profit, because this is a little bit unrealistic. But let's just wait and see if this is going to work out for the video, because usually I get about 2 to 3 to 4 risk to rewards. This one is 15 risk to reward, so it's a little bit unreal, but let's just see what happens. So we are right now in healthy profits, and looks like the market is going nicely to the upside, and looks like this is going to play out. But this is, I would not say this is a everyday trade. Like, this is really this is not gonna happen a lot, guys. So let's just go to another example, and I'm gonna show you how you can do this basically strategy, but with added confluence, so with 2 sessions. So let's just get to it. Okay, so we are at the new example, and we have the session range here. But what we are going to do this time is we are going to open this tab, which is huge, and we are going to go right here to this skill zones, and we are going to also turn on the Asia session. So once we turn it on, we are going to have one more session right here, and this is just going to be a added confluence of where the liquidity is resting. So you can see that we have already swept this liquidity to the downside, and we have 2 liquidities right here. So we have London high and Asia high. So if we sweep to the upside and we sweep them both, we have a lot of probability of reversing to the downside, because if we sweep 2 of these session liquidities, of course it is going to be a higher chance for us to reverse than if we just sweep one like this. So let's just see what will happen right now in the market. So we are just moving up and down, and we swept right now only the London high. So let's just wait and see what will happen right now. So market is trying to push to the downside. Like we would get a entry here, we would probably get like 3 to 4 is the reward right now or something like this. So we are just waiting, but you can see that the market does not want to launch itself all the way down here, so we are still waiting, and it looks like it is going to sweep also the Asia high. So what right now we can do is we can go to the lower time frame with 100% certainty that market will reverse to the downside because it took all the liquidity to the upside. So what right now happened in the market, we left 1 and 2 fair value gaps. So this is the first fair value gap right here, and then we left another fair value gap. Why do I mark both fair value gaps like this? Because they are literally next to each other, close like this. So I mark both because we are going to wait for the entry once we close these both, because we cannot close this fair value gap and close like this inside the second fair value gap, because that wouldn't be high probability at all. So we are just going to wait like this, and let's see if we get the closure or not. And there is the closure. So this was the closure below. I am also going to show you one more interesting thing in the first example that is going to make you a lot clearer on why market dumped that much. So trust me, stay just a bit more so I show you that. I would myself put the stop loss like this, just above the fair value gap, and of course target the bottom of the session. Again, a pretty huge risk to reward. This means if you risk $1,000, you would basically make $6,070. So let's just see, is this going to play out or what? So we are going to fast forward the market, and looks like it is going slowly to the take profit, but steadily. And oh, it is very close. This took quite a long time, but it is huge risk to reward. Yeah, this took about how much? Let's see. This took about 2 hours, but if you ask me if I would want to make $6,000 in 2 hours, I would of course take it. So let me show you a real interesting thing that happened in the first example that you guys didn't notice. So this is basically the trade we just took like 2 minutes ago, and you can see that we swept the London low, but we still kept dumping. The one thing that you guys didn't see is if we open this basically indicator tab and turn on the Asia liquidity, look at this, like Asia low was actually right here, right below the thing that I showed you in the second example. And you can see that the market did not want to inverse right here, but it went all the way down to sweep the Asia low, and then the market reversed. So this is, I would say, a must to have confluence. So if you want to trade this model exactly, I would likely really suggest you to use both sessions. It is going to be a little bit more complicated, but you're just going to have so much more understanding of the market, and you're going to understand why, for example, right here we did not inverse off of this fair value gap, but we kept dumping because we needed more liquidity, and that is why we ended up having this huge push to the upside, because we took a lot of fuel from the downside from the London low and Asia low. And now, since you made it till the end of the video, I want to give you something for completely free, which is going to be my complete strategy playbook. So all you have to do, if you want to take and claim this playbook, you have to go down there to the description and press the link where it says free PDF, and you are going to claim it for completely free. Also guys, if you like this video, you can subscribe, you can like, that means a lot, because I know you guys like this type of content, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. And also, if some of you are interested to get to work with me one-on-one, you can go down there and apply in the description to maybe see if you are a right fit for the mentorship. And with all of that being said, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Peace.